Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. It's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I give you a six-figure MBA level worth of investing and financial knowledge for free here on YouTube. And the things that people typically spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn in grad school, I give it to you for free here on Financipation. So before I get started, I also want to give a shout out to Killica Solutions. They're one of my sponsors. If you need digital marketing, website development, something to essentially edit your YouTube videos, they're the best in the business at meeting all of your digital needs. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop new content, okay? So there are a couple things I think all of us should do before 2025 gets here. And with 2024 wrapping up, I wanted to put together a podcast about the 7 things that you should do before 2024 ends. And with that, let's get started. So the first thing you should do before 2024 ends is start to completely boost up your emergency funds and put them in a high interest savings account. So full disclosure, everybody, when it comes to creating an emergency fund, that should be your first priority, in my opinion, when it comes to building generational wealth and financially emancipating yourself from poverty. For example, let's say you create your budget, right? And your monthly bills every month are approximately $4,000. That means your 3-month emergency fund should be $12,000 and your 6-month emergency fund should be $24,000. I would highly advise you to have about $12,000 in your emergency fund prior to you basically going ham on investing into your Roth IRAs, your SEP IRAs, and your brokerage accounts, okay? And I personally advise people to put their money into a high interest savings account like the ones at Marcus Goldman Sachs, and I have a link below. They have a proven track record of essentially returning you over 400 times more money with their APYs versus going with Chase Bank or Wells Fargo. So once again, my personal advice, everybody, is that the first thing you should do before 2024 ends is to boost up your emergency fund. The next thing you should do before 2024 ends is to essentially invest into your 401k match, and max out your HSAs and max out your Roth IRAs and try to max out your SEP IRA if you are an entrepreneur. So at the time of this recording in 2024, you can invest approximately $7,000 into your Roth IRA. At the time of this recording in 2024, you can invest approximately $4,150 into your HSA if you are single and $8,300 in your HSA if you are married. You can also invest approximately $69,000 into your SEP IRA if you are a business owner / entrepreneur. And I would highly advise all of you to invest up to the 401k match if your employer matches a percentage of what you put into your 401k. So for example, let's say you make $50,000 and your employer matches the first 100% of the first 6% that you put into it. 6%, everybody, at $50,000 is $3,000. That means if you invest $3,000 into your 401k, your employer will automatically give you an extra $1,500, which means you would have invested approximately $4,500 into your 401k in 2024. And the best part about it, everybody, is that $1,500 that your employer paid you was literally free money. And I don't know about you, but I do not turn down free money. So I would highly advise all of you that are listening to this podcast to walk into your HR manager's office on Monday morning and ask them what percentage of the 401k that they match and invested up to that amount. A lot of times also, everybody, we get pay raises and Christmas bonuses at the end of the year. My advice is that instead of buying stupid things like purses, another pair of Jordans, another pair of cowboy boots, or possibly buying a new car or a new truck or something like that, instead of spending that money frivolously, you should throw it into one of your retirement accounts like your 401k, your HSA, or your Roth IRA. For the record, I use low-cost total stock market index funds with Fidelity and Charles Schwab to do pretty much all of my investing in addition to real estate. And the next thing that you should do before 2024 ends is to max out your Roth IRA, your HSA accounts, your SEP IRA, and to absolutely invest up to your employer's 401k match. The next thing I would highly advise you to do is to tabulate your total debt and either snowball it or shotgun it. So debt, everybody, is a cancer in your financial life that is literally preventing you from building generational wealth, from leaving corporate America, and from financially emancipating yourself and your family from generational poverty. Some debt, in my opinion, is better than others. And in general, I would consider things like credit card debt and car loan debt to be the absolute worst of the worst when it comes to the amount of debt that you can have. And I would consider debt on your house and possibly debt in your student loans be some of the better debt that you can have, because home loans and home debt does actually increase your value. And if you get a medical degree, an engineering degree, a science degree, a mathematics degree, that actually makes you a much more valuable person. So I don't necessarily look at student loan debt to some extent as that bad. And I also don't look at mortgage debt to some extent as that bad either. But credit card debt and automobile debt, oh my, please get it out of your life as soon as humanly possible. And before 2024 ends, you should create a spreadsheet that has all of your debt from the lowest to the highest and list the income rates that come with them. For example, let's say a person owes $20,000 of credit card debt with an average interest rate of 22%. Let's say they owe $100,000 on your student loans with an interest rate of 6%. And let's say they owe $40,000 on their car with an interest rate of 10%. And let's say they owe $10,000 to their brother at 0% interest. My personal advice is that you should be looking to pay off this debt as fast as humanly possible and list them all out in order in this spreadsheet. And there are two methods that you can utilize. One is called the debt snowball, and the other is what I call the debt shotgun. So with the debt snowball, you pay off the debts from the smallest to the largest, and you don't particularly care about the interest rates. For example, let's say, once again, you owe your brother $10,000 at 0% interest. You owe $20,000 on your credit card with 22% interest. You owe $40,000 on your car at 10% interest, and you owe $100,000 on your student loan debt at 6% interest. With a debt snowball, you'd pay off the lowest debts first, and then you'd work yourself from the lowest debt to the highest debt. And with the debt snowball method, you pay off the debt to your brother first, because that's the lowest one, and then you pay the minimum on the credit card, the car loan, and then your student loans. And then once you paid off your brother, you simply roll the money that you were paying your brother into the next debt, which is the $20,000 of credit card debt. And you pay the minimum balance on the car and the student loan debt. Then when you paid off the credit card, you add the money you were paying to your brother into your credit card onto the minimum you're paying for your car. And you pay the minimum for the student loan debt. Then when you paid off the money for your car, you'd simply roll the money that you were paying to your brother, the credit card debt, into the car debt. You add it all together. You add that to the amount of money that you were paying for your $100,000 a year student loan debt. This, everyone, is known as the debt snowball. As you pay the smallest amount first, it avalanches, then you work your way toward the bigger debt. The good thing about the debt snowball, and for the record, I don't prefer the debt snowball method, is that it psychologically feels good to pay off the smaller debts first, and it feels good to literally get them out of your life. The other method, however, is what I call the debt shotgun. It's my preferred method, and it's the method I use because you save a lot more money in the long haul, and it focuses on you paying off the higher interest debt first. So, for example, you once again owe your brother $10,000 at 0% interest. You owe $20,000 on your credit card at 22% interest. You owe $40,000 on your car at 10% interest. And you owe $100,000 on your student loan debt at 6% interest. The first thing I would do is I would pay off the $20,000 of my credit card debt because it has the highest interest rate of 22% interest. And I'd pay the minimum balance on literally everything else until the credit card was gone. After I pay off the credit card debt, the next thing I would pay off would be the $40,000 on my car because it has the second highest interest rate of 10%, and I'd pay the minimum on everything else. After I pay off the credit card debt, I would then pay off the car note, and the next thing I'd pay off would be the $100,000 on my student loan debt at 6% interest because it's the highest remaining interest rate debt that I have left. And lastly, once I was done paying off the credit card debt, car note, and my student loan debt, I then pay off what was left to my brother on the $10,000 that I owed him. This, everybody, is a debt shotgun method. And I personally prefer it because it allows you to essentially blow away the highest interest rates and the highest debt first, and then ultimately saves you the most money as you start paying down the amounts that have the lowest interest rates. The next thing you should do, everybody, in 2024 is tabulate your debts and decide whether you should snowball it or shotgun that debt. Next, the next thing you should do before 2024 ends is to review and renegotiate all of your bills. Call your credit card company and see if you can renegotiate your rates for your credit cards. Call your internet provider and see if you can renegotiate your internet bills for the upcoming customer rate and for any kind of special that they have. In general, everybody, wealthy people and rich people look for deals on literally everything. And I would highly advise you to call your recurring bills and see if you can negotiate lower rates. The next thing you should do before 2024 ends is to call your creditors and debt collectors and see if you can renegotiate your rates and try to lock in lower fees for next year, for 2025. Please hit the notification button, everybody, so you know when I drop new content. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe, so you know when I'm giving you new content, okay? Next, the next thing you should do before 2024 ends is to create your budget and savings goals and determine your investment to income ratio and stick to that thing all of next year in 2025. So the first thing I do with anyone when they book a financial one-on-one consultation session with me is that we go over their budget and we create their budget. The average millionaire, everybody, full disclosure, in America saves 20% of their income for decades, and they invest it into either stocks, land, real estate, or their business. Your investment to income ratio, everybody, is the percentage of money that you make divided by what you bring home. So if you bring home $5,000 every month and you invest $500 every month, that means your investment to income ratio is 10%. Once again, the average millionaire in America invests 20% of their money every month. And we use total stock market index funds and real estate per person to do all of our investing in my household. The next thing you should do before 2024 ends, everybody, is to redo your budget and figure out a way to invest as much of your income as possible into property, land, real estate, or the stock market in 2025. Next, the next thing you should do before 2024 ends is to start a business that's something you're good at and monetize that thing and create a legal liability corporation / LLC for it. The American version of capitalism, everybody, seriously rewards business owners. In American capitalism, if you are a business owner, you get to spend your money first and then you get taxed. So whereas if you are a 9-to-5 W-2 employee, you get taxed first and then you get to spend your money second. It should also be noted that if you are an entrepreneur and a business owner, at the time of this recording in 2024, if you open a Roth SEP IRA, you can contribute approximately $69,000 every year into it in 2024. And in 2025, that number is going to get bigger. In other words, everybody, America places a serious tax benefit on small business owners and entrepreneurs. America loves their small business owners. America loves entrepreneurs. So I'm telling you right now, if you are listening to this podcast, go to www.legalzoom.com and start a business. I would highly advise all of you, once again, to go to www.legalzoom.com and to trademark your business. And you should start that business as something that you are passionate about and you are good at doing and that you can monetize. So if you are still in corporate America, start this business in 2025 as a side hustle and work it 20 hours a week after you get off work. And if you are a full-time entrepreneur and you don't have a 40-hour-a-week job, you should go ham on this particular business and work at 60 to 80 hours a week all of next year. The next thing you should do, everybody, before 2024 ends is to go to www.legalzoom.com and start a legitimate business and get your EIN number and work that thing from 20 to 80 hours a week all of next year. Lastly, the last thing you should do before 2024 ends is to set financial goals and go hit them in 2025. So if you start a business, everybody, determine how much profit you should make next year. If you have an exorbitant amount of debt, determine how much debt you're going to pay off next year. If you're going to invest a certain amount into your 401k, your Roth IRA, your brokerage account, your SEP IRAs, or your HSAs next year, write those amounts down and hit them. People, individuals that write down their goals, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's playing basketball, whether it's hunting, whether it's fishing, whether it's starting a business, whether it's getting married, people that write down their goals, studies show, are 80% more likely to hit them and to achieve them. And they also say it's a lot more fun when you take a look at that journal and you can start marking through the goals that you actually hit. The last thing, everybody, I want you to do in 2024 is to set financial goals, write them down, and to hit them in 2025. This channel, everybody, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth, and it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, you can book a one-on-one session with me at any point. I am not giving you financial advice on this channel. You must do your own research before you make any financial decisions. And I want you to check out my website at www.therealfinancipation.com. Go to my Instagram, @thereal_financipation. Check me out on Spotify, Financipation. Check me out on TikTok, Financipation. In addition, check out my Facebook page, Financipation, as well. And check out my financial blog, Financipation, where I go into a lot more detail about HSAs, real estate investing, grants, wills, trusts, that kind of stuff. And also check out some of my digital, my e-products below as well. Hit the notification bell. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe, please hit the notification bell. Thank you, Kilka Solutions, for all these dope graphics and intro edits that you're doing. Take it easy, everybody, and good luck, everybody, in 2025. It's your boy, Chris. I'm out. Peace.